Let's go.
Yes, everybody, Russell the West Ham Network. Hope you're safe and well. It is game day game evening, and it's live as West Ham take on Everton at the Hills Dickinson Stadium. That's how the squad is lined up. Areola in goal, or back four. Actually, to be honest, for the first time in West Ham Network history, I've called it. Whew. Back four, Kyle Walker-Peters, 𝗪𝗪𝗧 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧, a midfield of 𝗪𝗪𝗧 Fernandez, Paqueta, Bowen, Somerville, and Fulkrug. On the bench, Mads Hermansen, Igor. We got Callum Wilson, Luis Guilherme Rodriguez, Ollie Scholes, Freddie Potts, Andy Irvine, and Callum Marshall. If you want to enjoy your game experience a little bit more, there's a QR code down there. Hit that QR code, download the Match Bingo, get your dabbers and dobbers. It's really easy to do. Let me show you how it all works. So we've got here games. So I'm going to go into my games. There's your cards, and we'll buy some cards for that game, and then based on that, you can, if it's corners are scored, that type of thing, you could potentially win some money. There we go. We'll view. Oh, I'm not going to view the cards now. I'm going to view them later. It'll be like a nice surprise. What do you think? I've got the Everton side as well. It's worth looking at them as well. Everton line up as there we go. Pickford, O'Brien, Tarkowski, Michael Keane, Litvinenko. We got Garner. We got Garner. And then we've got Ndiaye, Dewsbury Hall, Jack Grealish, and Beto. What are we thinking about that? What do you think about the lineup? Let me know what you think. Myself and Anton will be tag teaming today. Let's just take that off and we can put the screen on there. Whether it's a 2 midfield or a 3 with 2 and 1, I don't know, but I think I'm just writing a little thing on Fanatics. Good lineup. Excited for tonight. Now, hopefully we will be excited tonight. Hopefully we will be excited. It's a different lineup. It's a lineup we want to see. To be honest, it's probably a lineup. It's probably a lineup we'd probably get under Graham Potter anyway, because I thought 𝗪𝗪𝗧 would come in for this week. But we know that there's no James Ward-Prowse, not even in the squad. Poor lad's at home putting his feet up. Boning Legacy, hope you're well. Rhesus, hope you're well. Just had Lionel Gasm. Well, yes, indeed. Probably our best 11. Excited to see 𝗪𝗪𝗧 Fernandez put together. Need that partnership to work well. And as I was saying in the video, the starting 11 show, which we got 100% right for the first time in a long time. It's a partnership which, in theory, could stand the test of time for many years to come. Possibly. I suppose it obviously depends about people leaving and whatnot, but it's a decent side. Now, am I expecting miracles? No, not expecting miracles. I'm expecting hopefully something a bit different, something a bit more, just a bit more like, just something. I'm just expecting something. That's what I want. I want something to happen. Could something happen, please? I don't want to be in a situation where, I'm sitting there like, oh God, here we go again. Am I going to assume it's going to be beautiful football, balls pinged everywhere? No, I don't think it is. But I don't think at the moment we're in a situation where we can get that football. We need to get some points. And we play an Everton side who haven't lost since moving to the new stadium. And we do have a habit. We're the first team to beat Arsenal at the Emirates. We were the first team to beat Spurs at 3-point lane. And yeah, could we get the hat trick? Let's see. I wonder if Potts and Irving are seen as subs for those two. If one of them is being behind Guerrero, I can see Guerrero having a place in Nuno's team. I could see, not necessarily, I could see him having a place in the squad for sure. I think there will be times when he'll want to play two as a double pivot, because he has done that before, particularly his time at I think not in Forest he played a double pivot sometimes. So there will be an ability to play it then, and I think then you bring Guerrero with Magassa. I still think there could be a potential for Alvarez to come back in January. I believe there's a break clause, but I'm not 100% sure in all honesty. And then if you wanted to play double pivot, it'd be Magassa and Alvarez together, which I quite like, to be honest. Fernandez, is more attacking. And I think Freddie Potts is the one who's the next in line. I think there's energy there. Obviously, we know that there's a number of players in the number of the academy. What's it called? Academy coaches are in the setup as well. So, yeah, interesting. Also, don't forget to hang around this week. During halftime, we'll be giving away some prizes as per usual. What should we give away in Rusty's bag? Let's have a look. Let's have a rummage. What should we give away today? Today we're going to give away. Let's have a little butcher's hook. Yeah, something a bit different. We'll give these away at halftime. If you want to get involved, stay for halftime. We'll have a hashtag you need to put in, and we always give away some prizes. Today we've got great picture. This is great picture. Who remembers Wrexham? Hugo Porfirio. There we go. Signed by Tim Breaker, friend of the channel. That'll be one of the prizes tonight. And then a signed Tony Gale photo. Lovely. We'll give them be a giveaway tonight. Maybe even. Oh, what else we got? What else we got in Rusty's bag? Rusty likes looking in his bag. Oh, maybe a little surprise. We'll see. Let's go with some comments. See what we got in the chat. Hammers Football TV. Hope you're well from Slovakia. Very good. Very exciting. Nuno Afraid show his strength from the off. Evening Hammerways. Evening Budgie. Don't forget to check out Budgie and Kieran every Wednesday. Old Tall Hammers. 10 o'clock UK time in the evening. Yes, I agree that. I'm just going to put a little asterisk. I think, to be honest, you'd probably see most of this side play, regardless if it was Nuno or Potter. But it's how they play. That's the issue for me. If we see a different side, which I think we will do, do what Hammers Football says. And can you hype lives? I don't know if you can. If you watch this on replay, I don't know why you'd be watching a replay. But if you are, don't forget to give it a hype. Much appreciated. What else we got? Even Everton each other. I want to see Adrian back next week, starting stronger. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean the whole thing. I mean Simon, my brother, sort of messaged me. What's happened to Todibo? And yeah, I mean to be honest, I think what he would have done, considering he only had one training session, I think he would have probably kept the nucleus of the side that's been playing. Which he has, bar Magassa, but that was always going to happen. I mean, as I said, he wanted to get him when he was at Nottingham Forest. Somerville he wanted when Elanga left. He was one of the people that he was interested in. And so there's definitely some obvious things. I think as soon as Wan-Bissaka's back with his bellyache, he'll be back in the side. Todibo, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. In terms of the time, I'm not saying Todibo's a great player. I think he really is, but I think, under Nuno, we know he tends to like more physically dominating centre halves. I think Kilman plays a bit better with Dino next to him than maybe Todibo, but that's just my observations. Might not be right or wrong. Just what I assume. there's definitely a role in January for bringing in a you know, look at when they had Morelio and Milenkovic in terms of Nottingham Forest centre half partnership. So we'll see, Damien. We'll see. I've been hearing that Ruben Neves wants to return. Would be a great signing. Also, get his linked as well. Thoughts on this? Well, Gabriel Jesus we were linked with in January. Apparently, we put a bid in for him in January, but that was turned down because he got injured. Ruben Neves, now he has to stay in Saudi for a number of years before he doesn't have to pay any tax. To stop people doing sort of 1 year and then coming back and save all the money in tax. So I know there was talk of him looking. I mean, obviously, we're going to be linked to a lot of players that Nuno's played with, or Nuno's managed rather. So wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Gabriel Jesus, I don't think really fits into. I mean, he likes to. I think we'd probably more like to see someone like Alexander Zorloff come in rather than Gabriel Jesus. In terms of, you got to think Jimenez in Wolves, Chris Wood at Nottingham Forest. He likes big focal points in terms of centre halves. So I think, Fulcrew's got until January to prove that he's got the minerals for it to work. Otherwise, it would be someone like a Zorloff or someone, sort of that tall centre half. I don't think necessarily Gabriel Jesus would be the answer, but you never know. Garino, good afternoon to even to you. I think it's gastroenteritis, but I'm not too sure. I think I would have started with Potts, really, instead of who? Instead of who? Happy Clappy, let me know. Nuno just admitted on he's dropped him. Fair enough. Don't think you can hype lives. No. But anyway, you can hype the other stuff. Thank you very much. Just said on Sky, did not want to make big changes, but there's some plans in it sounds. So, I think that's probably fair enough. After one sort of training session, he's obviously taken on board what the likes of Mark Robson and Potsy have said. And so it makes sense. I know. I'm not Gio. Mikalenko wasn't signed. They signed him last year, didn't they? Let's hope Magassa looks better tonight. As I said, he's a tight. I think we know that Nuno wanted him. We got him. They got Douglas Luiz, which was really the camel, the straw that broke the camel's back. With Nuno by all accounts, he wanted Magassa, and they signed Douglas Luiz. So yeah, let's see what happens. And I think, they were brought together. Magassa and Fernandes were brought together to improve that midfield, give some legs, and so I can only hope that we get that. In all honesty, Wilson should never have started, in my opinion. He's best in the sub role. There wasn't that many people who deserve to start. Kilman really doesn't have a challenger on that side. Igor's a challenger. So yeah, I think he's. Yeah, I think Igor. Yeah, Igor can play left hand side. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Obviously, Rizzo starting. I think he was always going to start. Hermanson, Mads was very much a Potter guy. Casper, the friendly goalkeeper coach, Lindos as well. They all wanted him. And again, looking at the MO of someone like Nuno, we know he likes quite tall, athletic, or just basically looking at his other goalkeepers. He had Sarr at Wolves. Sells at Nottingham Forest. They're quite similar in terms of Areola, sort of tall, athletic shot stoppers, and it doesn't surprise me. But I think Mads is probably going to be one of the first victims of Nuno coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if he moves out in January. Possibly, but we'll wait and see. You've already got Fabianski there who can deputise. If he gets a good performance from Dino, then Nuno is indeed. Myself and Anton will be. Come Come on, people, 200 watching, hit the like, just give it a tap. Do what Hammers Football TV says. Look at Morello, look like underhands. That's why I still have faith in 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡. Yep, totally right, mate. Yeah, totally agreed. Totally agreed. I think, you know, it's there's no doubt it's brought a sense of optimism. You know, yes, people weren't enthused by it, but there's no doubt that people are up for it. You know, give him a chance to see what he could do with it. The centre back we got on loan is not 𝗪𝗪𝗧. He's not at all. He's not at all. He's a very naughty boy, Trini. A very naughty boy. If you're new and don't forget to like, give a comment, give a share. Anton will be doing, well, myself and Anton are going to be tag teaming. And then obviously don't forget to hang around at half time because there'll be the opportunity to win some prizes as per usual. The only channel that does that for you guys, only Watchalong out here who does that. So yeah, I'm excited. I don't know if you're excited. What about predictions? Let's put it in the chat. What do you think? You know, it's a bit, to quote Frozen 2, into the unknown in terms of what we can do, in terms of how the team's going to play after one training session. But based on that, and looking at, again, I'll flash up the Everton team as well, just so you've seen it. Based on that, based on the Everton team, based on the fact also that Everton are undefeated at the Dickinson Hill Stadium, what do you think? What do you think? Let us know. I mean, I'd love to nick a 1-0. I'd love to Moyes a 1-0, just because I think we need a decent result, because then we've got obviously Arsenal at the weekend. That's going to be a really tough game, particularly having played today. Who will have more possessions in the circle? Yeah, quite possibly Firefox Pro. I just want to beat Moyes. Sorry. So you put that for a victory then, Trini. That's how it usually works. Yeah. I mean, I said it in the starting 11 show. For me, you've got a situation now where you've got someone like Bowen. Bowen played his best football 18 months ago, I'd say. I know he's sort of tittering around getting goals and stuff, but I think he was playing his best football under Moyes, I think. And, you know, in all possibility, he could surpass Miquette. He could get the record this season. He's got 12 more goals to get. I think that's well within his wheelhouse, in all honesty. So there we go. A Desmond for me. I can sit on the fence. Well, it's not sitting on the fence. Do you think you're going to get a draw? I wanted to know what looked like up front as an option in January. I had a chance on Sunday, but fell asleep. 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛𝗧. I think what's interesting, I wonder. No, he's gone in there. Is he still injured? Tario and Wami. We were interested in, weren't we? Then he got injured. Who knows? Simon B in the house. Happy with that. 11 minus Mav. Thank you for your comments, Simon. Yes, indeed. I think Mav, as I said, I think he was going to keep some bits the same and work on it, as you said. We said in the chat. I don't know about what's happening to 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡, but we'll sure find out. I'm happy and excited. Stealing myself from a cash. Okay. Budgie's gone for 2-1. Fresh start, says Michael. What channel is on? This is on the West Ham Network channel. Oh, subscribe to the YouTubes. We don't have the players on the mentality to be a profession-based team. I see Nino going back to low. Yeah, but maybe slightly more of a low block, they called it a high block. I don't really understand what that means. But if you look in that side, Paqueta, Bowen, Dinos, just thinking, Souček. You know, these guys all played under Moyes, which, as you said, was more of a porter. And I think Damien, you know, he's to his credit, he was saying, that we're trying to play a possession-based game, but actually the players are more suited to a particular system, and a 4-2-3-1 sort of formation. That could be 4-3-2-1 rather than 4-2-3-1. I know it's splitting hairs, but 𝗪𝗪𝗧 might drop in and play in as a midfield three, and Bowen and Somerville behind Füllkrug, or move out to a 10, or even sometimes Fernandes might move out onto a 10 and 𝗪𝗪𝗧 drops back to an 8. There's lots of options there. 0-0 says Flyers Fox Price will be exciting. 2-1 West Ham, but who knows? No one knows, Nigel. We'll only know when it's full time. 4-0 says Harry Monk. At least we have a team that will make it difficult to beat Everton. And we've got a team which will hopefully a mentality now, or the start of a process, which will mean that it's difficult. We're a difficult team to lose to, or to beat, rather. As Mr. Santos said, he wants to create hell. And I like that. First team to win at Spurs as well. Don't forget Ponty in their new stadium. First team to score against Spurs as well. So anything's possible. Reg has gone for a 2-1 Hammers. 2-1 Hammers. I think you'll see a few revitalized people. I think you'll see some revitalized individuals. I think and you got to think someone like Fernandes, Portuguese. Someone like Nuno he loves a Portuguese player, as we know. Again, Somerville's one of those players he wanted in the summer. He wanted Magassa as well. He likes to play with a target man like a Chris Wood. I think Anton on our Twitter, on the West Ham Network Twitter feed, put like Control-C, Control-V, looking at the front three from Nottingham Forest and looking at our front three. They're very similar. I would like to see them that swapping organically, Fernandes and Patman. I totally agree, and I think it will do. Similarly, Bowen and Somerville, they swap sides sometimes, and I quite like that as well. I think Potter did a fine job of making us a team it was difficult to lose to. Indeed, yeah. First team, it's so wide, does it not beat that? I totally agree. Like the team selections to Steve, we should do well. I'll be happy with a draw as a starting block. Yep. I sense a new approach to the management with Nuno. He is very major, but he's a disciplinarian too. And I think we actually need some of that. I think as a side, I think we need some. We need that sort of disciplinarian. I don't think we've had it. I think Potter was a nice guy, but that's what he was, a nice guy. I wouldn't say he was necessarily someone who would discipline people. And the people he did discipline, in all honesty, he then decided to, he ended up shipping them out. So for me, that's not really work. It just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me at all. Go through. Do you condemn? We don't talk politics in here, Tony. Don't talk politics. Just injected some new optimism. Seeing those photos today, he will be a lad. Lads playing again in a short space of time. I hope so. That's what we want. We want a side which, and I made a point. I was on Sky Sports, Sky Sports News on Saturday. They asked, call me up. Can you come and talk about Potter and Nuno? And my point was, I was saying to him was, we haven't had an identity. Under Moyes, we had an identity. It was an identity that probably 50% of the fan base really liked, but it was an identity. It was something we say, right, okay, you're a David Moyes side. Lopetegui under Potter, we didn't have that. And so, for me, that's what I wanted. I want us to have an identity. Now, we know the identity is going to be quite pragmatic football. We know that's the case. And there's no going away from that. That's what we do. That's what type of football that Nuno will play. And so for me, that's what we're going to get. But we know we're going to get it. But even under Moyes, we had some really good games, some games where we really, really scored a lot of goals. And let's see. We've got all the pieces there, where under Potter you had, we didn't have the right pieces of the puzzle that he wanted. Now, I don't think in terms of Nuno, he needs as much surgery as Potter needed. In all honesty, I think, he's got a side which can play well in the system that he likes to play. Sky having to go back to 90 to find victories. Probably. Ďmíchy Payet, no, was that Ďmíchy Payet? That was a 2-2, wasn't it? 95, yeah, probably. Yeah. Hopefully the set will mean less sideways passing. Big game for 𝗪𝗪𝗧 and Walker-Peters, who has Grealish that side indeed. Chaz Big Spuds, great name. Please that 11v11 today. Would have preferred Potts to 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Nuno needs to stick with the same selection for 3 games now. We have some youngsters pacing the bench. I didn't think he was going to. I think, in all honesty, in my humble opinion, Chaz, he was never going to start Freddie Potts ahead of 𝗪𝗪𝗧. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 was someone he wanted. He wanted that Nottingham Forest. So it didn't surprise me that he comes in and starts playing straight away. Now, it's up to 𝗪𝗪𝗧 to prove whether that was a right decision or a wrong decision. But we do have Freddie Potts, you said, on the bench, ready to roll. Or similarly, if we need to tie up the game, we could take off one of the Paqueta or Fernandez and bring on Potts and play the double pivot quite successfully. I think it's the first time in about 3 years the manager has picked the team I wanted. I agree. Dawn of a new era. Let's hope so. If Moyes just integrated the youth and has some adaptability, I would agree he would still be here. Quite possibly. And I think, in all honesty, looking at the youth system, it wasn't until he left that the likes of Callum, the likes of George, because I mean George towards the end of Moyes' tenure was getting into the side. And I just think it took that side another year to blend in. Plus, you'd have welcomed back potentially a Freddie Potts as well. I just think timing was not there for him. Has the Wan-Bissaka mystery been cleared up yet? No. He still has a poorly tum-tum. 2-2 was 1997. Yeah, but there was a 2-2. I'm thinking, was it Payet? Why have I got a thing of Payet scoring? Let me have a look. Let me have a butcher's hook. Let me get my geek sheet out. Where's my geek sheet? Everton. No, that's wrong. We won in 2004. We won in the Premier League in 2004. Won 3-1 away, and then we won. That was at Goodison Park, wasn't it? Yeah. And then we won in 2002. 2021. Was that the last minute one? 2021. So he won a couple of times at Goodison Park. No, that was Bonner scored that goal. What was the one I was thinking about? We won in 2018, not 2019. We lost 4-0 away in 2019. 2018 was 2 goals for Yarmolenko, 1 goal for Marco Rougnardi. So we have beaten them there a few times. Sky getting their numbers wrong again. The identity we should try and wrong is unlikely West Ham. Whoever it turns out to be. I think the players will respond well to Nuno. I agree. Looks very positive. We won 3-2. Yeah. We've won plenty of times. I believe Nuno will buy into the West Ham family, gets the community thing, and I think it'll be a start. I didn't rate Moyes putting Earthy in once Moyes was going for sure. I don't think he would have done it otherwise. He is at the moment. We're led to be believed it won't be the case soon. But in the same way that Nuno hasn't got any of his backroom staff sorted yet. So I think once that happens, we will. Okay, maybe I think there's probably it would be Big Dunk. He's in the Sky studio today. Pikes with 3-2. We have a very good record of them going to new stadiums. He's bouncing 2-1. Let's hope so. Point is that they've not beaten us often at home. Yep, agreed. You're right. He hasn't. We've got an okay. There was a period where we had an awful record against Everton. Awful. But we're in a situation now where I think, it's a new stadium, so you can't really include Goodison Park stats with the Dickinson, the stats now. It's a different stadium entirely. Potter inherited a better squad than Nuno. No Alvarez, no Kudus, no Soler. I agree. And I think I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I'm not 100% sure I think there might be a recall status on Alvarez in January. Obviously, he went to Fenerbahce, went to play for Mourinho, and Mourinho got sacked. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's still injured at the moment. He needs to be more vocal. Seems like 100. I don't know what that's referring to. What's everyone's favourite goal? I'll start with Payet versus 2015-16, I believe. Very good. Be glad to see Souček back. I think Souček comes back in and comes as a squad player. We had a terrible record apart from we played him in the FA Cup. Obviously, the gloves off. But yeah, since that was not the FA Cup, it was the League Cup, wasn't it? I think that was the FA Cup. Sorry. Yeah, it's been a matter of reason. I mean, and probably the last 4 or 5 years, a better Premier League thing with Everton than we did previously. If Nuno has his way, he'll get Alvarez back. Yeah, I agree. And the only one who got rid of him was Potter. In it, really. Now, we've got half an hour to go to kick off. If you want to, and you're in the UK and you're 18 plus, down there we've got a little QR code, Match Bingo. If you download that and download the app and then put in, when you deposit, WHN, all capitals, in the little promo codes, you get 200% deposit bonus. That is not too shabby Alonso. So big thanks to our channel sponsors, Match Bingo. That QR code will be there, just in case. But once it kicks off, you can't enter. Both managers look to lock down after going ahead. Scoring first might be the worst thing to do. But to see what the loan situation is now. I believe it's his. If I'm led to believe that he's a situation where we can. So yeah, we'll wait and see. I hope victory for West Ham from Marseille fans. Thank you very much. Everyone's talked to each other. Alvarez can be recalled in January, says Big Steve. So, and I think, Alvarez comes in, gives you an option for the double pivot. Also gives an option, thinking, with injuries and stuff, you can always push Maygasser into centre half as well, because he has played centre half, played a lot of centre half for Monaco. So particularly with the African Cup of Nations, the likes of Diouf, the likes of Wan-Bissaka, they'll be going. So yeah, we'll wait and see. But yeah, apparently, that he will be able to be recalled back. So according to Trini, I'm pretty sure as well, because I think one of the big issues they had when Potter arrived was he wanted Agard back, and then was informed that actually the loan spell didn't include one. And he was like, "What? What?" Looking forward to the match. Not expecting miracles, but I hope we can see some better football defensive quarters. Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Obviously, Everton are a bunch of big boys, aren't they? Bunch of big boys in terms of their lineup. You look at that, you've got O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane. They're all tall lads. Beto's a tall guy as well. So yeah, you would be a bit worried there in terms of those types of dead ball situations. And the likes of Jack Grealish, revitalised Jack Grealish in that side. Obviously playing really good. Let's have a look. A few more comments. Who we got here? What do you think Nuno will do with Souček when he's returned from suspension? I think he'll be integrated to the squad. I don't think, for me, that is the starting 11. That's Nuno's starting 11 at least until January, with the exception of Wan-Bissaka for Walker-Peters. In my humble opinion. Gary, good afternoon to you, mate. Hope you're well. Long time no see. Yeah, we're talking to each other. First time in a long time, actually. Looking forward to watching us play. Let's hope we've got something to, let's hope we've got something to celebrate. If Wan-Bissaka was fit, Grealish would disappear like magic. If you are new around here, don't forget to give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We are rapidly approaching, well, we're not rapidly just yet, but we want to hit 30,000 ideally by the end of the calendar year. That would be amazing. We're about 28,100 or something like that. So not too far beyond the realms of possibility. But yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. We're getting there slowly but surely. And we've got some good My Hammer 11 interviews coming up soon as well with ex-players we haven't had on the channel before yet. So make sure you subscribe for that exact reason. Would feel better with Wan-Bissaka coming up against Grealish, who's fit. I think we all would. There's definitely with Wan-Bissaka, although I would suggest, Walker-Peters is a decent centre right back. Yeah, I think he's a decent right back. Yeah. Obviously, Aaron's number one, or not number two, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see what happens on Saturday, whether there's any recurrences of stomach issues. We'll just say that. Agreed. Yeah, Trudge. I think everyone else agrees with that. Tom's watching as well. So we've got Simon. Oh, pardon me. We've got Simon and Tom both in the chat, but he can't log into his account from his phone for some reason. But Tom says hi. Forgot to say 2 assists with Diouf. You look at you look at some of the goals that were scored under Nuno's watch at Forest, particularly. Look, he turned Chris Woods into one of the top strikers in the Premier League, and you got to think, could he do that with Nicholas Füllkrug? Who knows? I think, ironically, though, the 2 times we've beaten Nuno, he's lost his job. So at least if he, oh dear, I think we all would. Against Arsenal, it would seem to not give them any corners. The vast majority of their goals, they are set piece, ole, set piece FC. I think I said it on another channel. Same thing I mean here. You go on another channel. Unbelievable, George. Let's hope speedy recovery. Agrees. Hasn't done a bad job. Yeah, he hasn't done a bad job. He's a competent right back, isn't he? He's a very competent right back. He does his job. And that's what you ask of him. Cafe ole. Now, I've heard a Nuno chant, which is, hey, Nuno. I want to know, will you defend our goal? Or something like that. It's something like that. So I imagine we need to get back. Apparently so, one of the best one-on-one defenders in the Premier League. Aiden says hello. So hello to Aiden. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like. You can't hype lives. I just found out. You can't hype live someone, but a little like does help the channel out tremendously. Helps push it out to more people when they're searching for football or searching for something like that. I know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm literally just throwing it out there. I'm not too sure about it myself as well, in all honesty. But we move on. So yes, we got. Hopefully, we can sign some Portuguese players and play some sexier stuff. Well, we do know he loves a Portuguese player, doesn't he? So, well, again, if he's already got Fernandes, he's already got a player he wanted in terms of Somerville as well. So there we go. Doesn't show Grealish so much respect. Does not respect anyone. He comes in his own. Who misses. Their team still looks quite incomplete, especially with injuries. For anyone new who's just joined in, that is the Everton side. Pickford in goal, and then a back four: O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane, Miklemenko, then Garner, Ndiaye, Dewsbury Hall, Jack Grealish, and Beto. That's how they're lined up. And obviously we're lined up as Areola in goal, Diouf, Kilman, Dinosh, Kyle Walker-Peters, midfield of Magassa, Fernandez, Paqueta, Somerville, Bowen, and the Falk up front. On our bench, we have got Hermanson, Igor, Callum Wilson, Luis Guilherme, Rodriguez, Ollie Scarles, Stevie Potts, Happy Messi, Freddie Potts, Andy Irving, and Callum Marshall. So some nice options off the bench, I'd say, as well. Yeah, Dewsbury Hall's playing. He's playing. To play a 5-4 on Magas dropping centre. Well, I mean, the fact is he can do that if he wanted to, or he might drop Paqueta in and play a 4-3-2-1 formation, or can interchange with Fernandez. In terms of that, he could drop down to an 8. There's options there. A couple of Portuguese-speaking players in Brazil might be good indeed. Big, tall, left-footed, box-to-box, 6'8" powerhouse is what is needed, and a power CDM is what CF is what is needed. JOP is not even in. He's not even in Everton. He's not even in Merseyside. Didn't travel. And that was one of that was reported. That was reported this afternoon. Yes, this afternoon. Guilherme both speak Portuguese, and Igor as well. You forget Igor. Igor speaks Portuguese as well. He's from Brazil. Plus also Fernandez. Fernandez speaks Portuguese as well, as he is a Portugueser. I would like to keep McCauley recruiting from a manager who plays practical and speaks 5 languages. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, when Potter left Chelsea, McCauley was still there for a long time. And obviously, we bought out his contract from Chelsea, didn't we? So, but then if Potter gets the Man United job he was linked with, then whoever knows what happens. So there we go. But yes, yeah, and I think for me, Nuno, as I said, I did an article, a video this morning about my thoughts on him, and that first interview he did with Rob, he came across really well, and there's a load of things I was really happy about in terms of what he was saying. Stuff like the one I really liked is when he was talking about when he was talking about sort of bringing. He asked about what the fans. Rob asked him about what the fans could give, and he goes, "To be honest, the fans don't need to give us anything. We need to start delivering for them." And little things like that, you're thinking, you're right. You're actually right with what. But then again, as I said, I think Potter spoke well in his first thing. I think Lopetegui, when I could understand him, spoke very well. Remember him speaking about bringing the noise at the London Stadium, being the noisy neighbours and things like that. So I was looking forward to see if that was true, but that wasn't. So, yeah, you can talk a good game, but that's what they do on the pitch. And again, I'm not expecting us to have to perform any miracles. But what I am expecting us to do is to see something, is to see like not even a pattern of play, but a different attitude when it comes to playing. Because I think it's fair to say, by the exception of maybe one half of football, this season's been dross. utter dross. And I think, and as I was saying, it doesn't take a lot to get West Ham fans on board. Bit of effort, chasing down, tackling, putting your foot in, a bit of guile, a bit of 𝗪𝗧 𝗪𝗧. That's all we really want. A little bit of skill, but a lot of as long as you come off that pitch and you have tried, you have left everything out there. That I am happy with that. Nuno has always been a decent manager. I'll go far to say he not gets the respect he deserves. Some of the clubs he managed, I agree wholeheartedly. Maybe with the exception of Spurs, he's had decent spells at everywhere he's been to. And I think he sees this as a challenge. I think I think he sees this as a really, really good challenge. And, it's well known amongst the football fraternity that West Ham has the potential. It's like a sleeping giant, really. So let's see what he can do. So we got a new keeper coach, and has he had 2 sessions? He had 1 session. We haven't got a set piece coach yet. We haven't got anyone. He hasn't brought any of his coaches with him yet. As I said, he's only brought he's brought all the academy coaches along. So the likes of Mark Robertson, Steve Potts, Gerard, Billy, the goalkeeper coach, all the 21 guys, they're in with him as well, which is great, which is probably the reason why we've probably got, how many academy players have got on the bench? 3, if we include Freddie. We've got Skiles, Potts, Marshall, 3 academy players on the bench. Yeah, makes sense. So I was just looking at it, just thinking out loud. Not thinking out loud, thinking inside. As everyone knows, our weaknesses now indeed think we may see Nuno bring his team in. I expect totally, my friend. I expect to see Nuno bringing in his staff, maybe keeping 1 or 2 of the academy staff members. Someone like Mark Robson, for example. He under Moyes. Obviously, he spent a period of time being sort of one of the reserves, one of the assistant coaches. I wouldn't be surprised if he does that, just to keep some continuity going. Or they might, or he might. I mean, he might do a Moyes and bring in an ex-player who he gets on well with. Don't know. Does Nuno like zonal marketing? I have no idea. Make Fabianski goalkeeper coach, or at least one of them. No, yeah. I mean, obviously, we would have had Xavi Valero in it, but isn't he at Liverpool now? I think, isn't he? I'm sure he'll have a go. Nuno has his own staff he brings in, so I wouldn't be surprised with that. Grealish trying to look like Zlatan. Man United fans are still such a big name. Not sure how they would feel about gems from the Amazon rainforest. What, David? What have you been smoking, son? I believe he's counter-attacking as well as defensive. Yeah. I mean, he plays a very similar style to Moisey. Maybe with the exception that his sides like to press quite high up. That's what they tend to do. Whether they'll do that today is another question, but that's what they tend to do. So again, we'll keep an eye on that and see how he gets on. See how he goes. And as I said, if you are watching this and you are watching us, don't forget to hang around second half or half time rather, because we'll be giving away prizes as always on the West Ham Network. You lucky bastards, giving away a couple of signed pits. We've got give away. This is a great picture. It's a great picture. Who remembers that? Wrexham, the first time Hugo Porfirio saw snow, signed by a friend of the channel, Timmy Breaker. We'll have this Tony Gale print. Oh, look at that. Oh, and I might even throw a little special prize in as well. Might do. Matt West Ham Channel, hope you're well. Nice to see you, mate. Gutted Sufa went to stay at the club and was more likely willing to play a backup role. One of Moyes' Potter's big areas was either. Well, I don't really. I'll be honest. Fly fix pro. I think sometimes I agreed with Potter's decision to get rid of. One of the things everyone was banging us on the head about was we had one of the oldest squads in the Premier League, and then we got rid of everyone over the age of 30. Really, apart from. We got rid of 5 or 6 of the oldest players in the squad. We got rid of Fabianski, we brought him back. Antonio, we got rid of Cresswell, we got rid of Soufal, we got rid of Danny Ings, got rid of Zuma, about $500,000, 700 grand a week, all in. Plus, also, all over the age of 30. I thought that was the right thing to do. And I read an article saying how some of these not senior players, but some of the players were a bit sort of put out by getting rid of them all. But I think we had to. In all honesty. We tried not to have an older squad. So I understand it. But, I mean, Soufal, I think for me, Walker-Peters and Wan-Bissaka are better than Aaron and Soufal. Soufal always got beaten by pace. I haven't seen Walker-Peters get beaten by pace yet. Soufal was coming to the end of his usefulness. Same as Cresswell. By playing Cresswell, you're stunting the progress of potentially Ollie Scarles, and in the long run, that's the better decision. Danny Ings was next to useless. Zuma wasn't there. Antonio, since he did his leg, never came back the right person and hasn't played since. He hasn't even signed for anyone yet, despite the fact we were told he was. I think it was the right thing to do, personally, but hindsight's a great thing, isn't it? What we got here? There's a game I want to look at us versus. For me, that was our identity. Evening, all good to see some youngsters there. Indeed, Narky loved the away kit Kelly was wearing. Yeah, old school, innit? 3-1 to the Amateurs. Martin, look at our shambolic. We've had one of those guys playing that back 3, then go back and look when they were playing. Yeah, I get that, but there needs to be a point in time where you had to say, right, actually, we need to move on. And then he's gone back to it. Now he's at the back 4. I don't think there's any place for either of them now. And Kresh is doing all right at Stoke, and Soufal's doing very well at Hoffenheim. We always again suffer when we place the call and make so many changes. But I think, George, we had to, and to be honest, we should have done that 18 months rather than do one big hit. We should have done half of it and then another half later. You know what I mean? Rather than necessarily sort of do it in one big hit. And there's still some deadwood that needs to be moved on. I'd love Summerfield to score and for us to win. Feels like I've been deprived of Summerfield. First under Loppy and then Potter using him as a wing back. That's why I wanted us to stagger the signings, do a couple in January. We need a hard man in midfield. We fit the bill, someone who's prepared to put in. We'll have to wait till January for the problem with modern aging players. They all feel like they can perform like R7 and Messi. I totally agree. I'd like to see Alvarez come back. January, I think. We'll be looking to see him. Soufal, did he score again? I know he scored a free kick against Bayern Munich and they lost 5-1. If 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡 was for McGattigan dropping, exactly. And that's how a CDM should work, innit? And actually, when you watched Alvarez, most of his time he was covering for 𝗪𝗪 running forward or whatever and dropping in and almost making a back 3. That's what it was sort of doing. But I think, we'll look at the squad in front of him and loaned out and go through what he needs to see out the season. I think that's pretty obvious. I think that's what he'll do. Yeah, I think that's the obvious thing to do, really, isn't it? But also listen to what others are saying in terms of the likes of Mark Robson and people like that to get their views. Also notice Musaka. Yeah, he did assist. Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. That's how you spell it. Mikasa. Not Musiala. He plays for Bayern. But yeah, he did. Divine played well. And you're going to get one slip through the net. That's taken a couple of times for that to take a while to break in. But yeah, you'll get people like that. So same with Barmer. Obviously, he's on loan at Stoke at the moment, isn't he? With Cress. The first game of the season, I'm looking forward to. Too early to see much change, but I do feel he's the right manager. I think he's the right manager for us right now. I think it's what we need. And I sort of alluded to the fact that I think sometimes what we want would be lovely, but particularly under the current infrastructure, I think we're best suited to a more pragmatic manager. Doesn't matter, would I like us to play flamboyant football? Yes. Do I think we've got the side to do it? No. Do I think we've got the side to pick up points and win and play a more pragmatic style of counter-attacking football? Yes. There's no doubt. You look at Nuno's record. He took over a side at Wolves who were floundering, kept them up, and then got them into Europe. Forest took on a promoted side and ended up getting them into Europe as well. So yeah, Football Insider said that Nuno wants Adama Traore, Yves Bissouma, and Yuri Alberto, and one has already signed terms, but not sure. That's impressive, Kenny, isn't it? So we're in a job 2 days. I've always thought Adama Traore one day will be a West Ham player. Just is that type of player. And for me, he's very much that sort of more Antonio type player, which you got to think of. What's his face? Awani. He got Awani, didn't he, from Nottingham Forest, and that type of player. Bissouma, maybe. I think a lot of that's a bit. I mean, Potter was interested in him, wasn't he, at the time? Yuri Alberto, again, could see it. I just don't think he's really that set up our side for that. So there we go. Sounds like a fetish. Believe it's the last one, Alberto, if rumour be true. I think it would be probably more likely to be Alberto, and that would be in January, which would make sense because that coincides with the end of the Brasilia Serie A. The West Ham way, let's be honest. Carrick, Joe Cole, Di Canio, Bobby Moore era, West Ham have been a brainless kick and rush. It's mythology. I think the West Ham way has adapted. For me, the West Ham way is about having a go, not rolling over, fighting to the end. That sort of Cockney spirit, and a little bit of swag about it sometimes. And I think probably the last time I'd say maybe you're looking at it was possibly someone like maybe under Bilic. He had a bit of swag. We had Payet. We had a side which wouldn't stop trying. I think we've had that under Moyes at times as well. I think for me, it's just being. I just think the West Ham way is a really strange. It sort of has taken on. We, as you said, even Carrick and that. Like something. Sometimes Harry would play the low block. With all that talent, he'd play the low block. So I don't really. Yeah, it's a bit of a myth, I think. Knows how to score 7 against. It's a standout. I really want to sort defence. And don't forget, Moyes got a couple of decent results, didn't he? Particularly, I think in that season we beat in the COVID years. We did Wolves 4-0, and then the week after we did Leicester 3-0. We also beat Norwich away. Was it 4-5-0 as well? I think moving out those players in one big hit was too much. I agree. Should have been done more gradually, but I think they got to a point where they were at a contract stage, and actually then they needed to also look at moving on the money a little bit. Got to fly. See you later, mate. Take care, Budge. It was big Ron Grewett that gave us that reputation, exactly. But that was like in the 60s and 70s, wasn't it? Like the game's moved on. I was actually reading the other day about the game, talking about how all the look at Moyes, he's shaking hands with everyone. About how the game's evolved this year there was so many the amount of passes has gone something down, like something ridiculous. The number of long balls, long throws, passes per game has gone down. It's got a bit more pragmatic. It's giving everyone a game occasion. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Who went and gave us a clue of, I'd like a Damaris knows him, and he was rapid and a good cross like Diouf. I think just rapid. I think it's a decent crosser, but for me, obviously, his pace was a great asset to have. Fact Sam was more the opposite. West Ham way ended up making him a manager. Look, at the end of the day, Big Sam, as I said, looking at the West Ham most successful managers under the ownership, David Moyes, Big Sam, very different players, managers rather different styles, but they both did what it takes to get us. We got here. Martin keeps sending me pictures. Martin Godliman, he's sending me pictures of everything. Yes, he's there. Very good, Martin. Well done. Very, very pleased with you. Interesting enough, Sky put it as a 4-3 sort of 3. I think it will interchange. There's our new manager, Nuno Espirito Santo. Goals conceded. It doesn't matter. But yeah, looking forward to this one. Brooklyn epitomised the West Ham way, says Biram. Yeah, and again, but that was the 80s, wasn't it? Time's moved on. Time has moved on, unfortunately. And I don't think you get sides that cavalier. I mean, even City, like now, sort of put the bus up, parked the bus in there against Arsenal, and took off Haaland and brought on a defensive player. It's all about getting the results, really, isn't it? West Ham way, insane football, not a style of football. I think it's just a mentality as well. So, the West Ham way for me is leaving it all on the pitch. Fighting for every ball. And just having a really nice time. Anyway, Nuno's more charismatic than Potter. I hope matches are more Jose Mourinho than Lopetegui. Let's hope so. That Everton Stadium does look good. I'll give it that. It does look good. And we're just about to kick off. Are you going to be a little bit faster than me, just because that's the way the internet works? We're off. Everton are playing to right to left. Anton is still putting Jerry down, so you've got me for a little bit until Anton comes on. Yeah, we're playing left to right. We're playing left to right, Everton right to left. Yeah, obviously it's how it works. For a bit, join you in. Take care. Don't forget to come back at half time. Let's get behind the boys. We hope Nuno gives the confidence they have lacked. Let's hope so. My friends. Right, long throw from Everton. Beto. Diaz taking it off him and was it? What was that for West Ham from? Of course, Billy McKinley and Alan Irvine are both a part of the Everton backroom staff. It does look nice. It is a nice ground. Although, actually, you listen to some of the Everton fans, they're pretty pissed off with how the crowd control, the stop-start signs and stuff over the bridge as well. It's quite. You can't please everyone all the time. As us, we'd love to see a stadium like that at West Ham. It's a purpose-built football stadium, but it's fucking cold there when because it's literally on the docks. During winter, it's going to be freezing, absolutely freezing. Yeah, we know, we certainly do. Ball play in the middle. Paqueta loses out. Kilman does well to dispossess the ball. Everton dominated. Whatever. I mean, playing a minute and a half, mate. And they kicked off, so you'd hope they'd keep the ball. Goes all the way back to Pickford. Michael Keane has the ball, goes out wide to Mykolenko. Mykolenko looks up, little chip ball up, evades everyone. Areola off his line, pretty sharpish, picks up the ball. See, I mean, Areola, this has really given him a lifeline, really. He was, potentially sidelined with obviously Mads coming in. But, now it's options for everyone. Now everyone gets a second chance, which I quite like. Dinos back to Areola. Areola sweeping ball up. Wasn't really nowhere near Kilman to be Falkirk, to be honest. A bit scrappy at the moment. Anyway, Pickford, little chip ball out to 𝗪𝗧𝗧. That was nice. That was nice play by him. Good player, 𝗪𝗧𝗧. Oh, Mickey Menko. Juice wide. It's Everton just playing on the back. West Ham, Somerville's pushing up. Obviously, Pickford plays a high line, as you know. Hoofs it long wide. Out to... Oh, well headed by Mr. Diouf. I wonder if, has the cardio had the age? I've been comparing them. Probably. A few minutes. Just check the stats. What are we doing? Fucking give him a chance. Everyone apart from Pickford's in the West Ham half. Everton just passing it around. Let him have the ball. Elijah is tuning in from Kenya. Come on, you Irons. Come on, the Kenyan Irons. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Garner looks like he's wearing leggings. Just gay looks like he's wearing leggings. They do look like leggings. Yeah. Anyway, Fogle to Fernandez. Oh, unlucky. Fernandez tried to release Kyle Peters, but Idrissa Gueye got involved there too quickly. Grealish to old is that Keno? No, Dewsbury. Well, 4 minutes gone. We haven't conceded yet. It's a good start. And Somerville's got the ball. Somerville starts running, gets tackled. Pretty easy. Yeah, no foul there from India. Rob says, let's start the Nuno era with a bang. Yummy wines. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you're new around here, give it a like. Always helps us. Thank you very, very much. Little like goes a long way. Not just us, any other West Ham channels you're watching. Show them some love as well. Everton, I mean, they've pretty dominant. They're going to dominate possession. Dicky at home. Dan, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Nice to see you, mate. It's probably about 80% possession Everton so far in the 5 minutes gone. I'm sure they'll put a sign up soon. Grealish out on his left, obviously being tracked by 𝗪𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢. They're just playing the ball. We've got 2 banks of... We've got a 4 and a 5 basically at the moment. We're playing a 4-5-1 in defence at the moment, looks like. Yeah, not much happening. Not much happening at the moment. Not much happening. Just passing it back and forward. They've gone out wide to old Mickey. Now Grealish versus Bowen. Grealish's thighs are massive, aren't they, for someone like him? Mickey Lenko goes back. I mean, yeah, not really. Just in the middle, not really much happening. Goes out wide. Well tracked. Idrissa Gueye picks up the ball. Looks up, does well. Magas does well there. Just a bit of pressure on them when they're in that midfield. They are as slow as us. Do us a favour. Up at 4 o'clock better, worth it. Well, James, I hope so, mate. I hope so, Val. Not after the first 6.5 minutes. Long raking ball crossfield to Grealish. Lovely touch by Jack. Good player, isn't he? Good player, Grealish. We loved him at West Ham. Goes out wide to Mickey Lenko. Puts the ball in. Somerville as well. And then Paqueta has the ball. Paqueta as well to hold on to the ball. Goes to Fulkrug. Nice touch to Matthäus. Fernandez, nice outside the right foot to Bowen, just inside the the Everton half. Now he can run. Walker-Peters available in the overlap. Walker-Peters, nice little ball to Bowen. Bowen looks up, nice, tries a drill across the goal, gets intercepted. Yeah, nice little bit of interplay there. Magassa, easy ball to Somerville. Somerville looks up. Oh, try to put Paqueta through. Unlucky there. Unlucky. Everton got the ball. Idrissa Gueye in his in his leggings. Long ball over to Jake O'Brien. Jake O'Brien looks up, catches inside. Oh, poor ball by them. And Blees plays well against West Ham. I don't want to advance, but just it reminds me. Yes, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. I get you. Long ball up. Fulkrug does well to get ahead on it. Out for a Everton West Ham throw in. Everton throw in. I didn't know he came off last. West Ham throw in. Back to Paris. My brother's a kill one. Back to Mav. Mateus, nice little dink ball to 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Nice ball from 𝗪𝗪𝗧 to Bowen. Bowen versus old 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧. Gets past him, gets a cross in, decent cross. Doesn't beat the first man though. Paqueta's got Fernandez got the ball back to Walker-Peters. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 to Paqueta to Bowen across to Fulkrug to Paqueta. Nice little Paqueta does really well. Tried to get a shot away, got deflected. Nice bit of football. Nice bit of football. If you're new and don't forget to like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Helps us out tremendously, my friends. Walker-Peters gets the ball to Bowen. Bowen one touch to Fernandez. Fernandez tries to sort of curve a ball into Fulkrug. And Dia versus Diouf. That's going to be a nice little battle today. Everton got the ball planted on the back. Goes to Keane to old 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 them have the ball. They can have it as much as they want in their half. Jussier, he looks ridiculous with his jogging bottoms on. Gay's pushing forward, keeps going. Goes to Ghana. Ghana's having a quick look. Sorry, Dewsbury Hall to Ndia. Ndia's being tracked. We've been tracked by Diouf. A little bit of one-touch place. Not much happening, in all honesty. Don't forget to stay with us at half time. We're doing some lovely draws, win some lovely prizes. Goes out wide to Mickey. Cleared by Dinos for a Everton throw-in. It's all right. 10 minutes. A lot of Everton. We've had a couple of decent bits of possession. Yeah, it's all right. Now Mickey. Mickey's got the ball. Throw in to Everton. See, long throw. Told you, it's all about long throws now. All about the long throws. Trying to hit it back in. Deflect. It's kicked out by, looks like Paqueta. Grealish versus up against Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters really well there. Good bit defending and good clearance there. Love that. Nice to see. Fulkrug. Good battle there with Jake O'Brien. Really good battle there. Very lackadaisical pass to Walker-Peters, but managed to keep the ball. Magassa. Oh, that's a shit pass by Magassa. Sorry, Mag, that's a shit ball. This should be an Everton win tonight, says Andrew Keller. Should be. But will it be? That's the question. Will it be? Will West Ham prove that we love to be the first side to beat someone? Anyway, let's crack on like Donkey Kong. Out for a Everton. No, goal kick. Damien says, I need my Aaron Wan-Bissaka back. Oh, it is a corner. Oh, God. It's a corner. Let's see what happens this one. No, it's not. It's not corner. It's not corner. Don't worry. I got confused. Amora, the striker in league. Is he still in League? Good recruitment for West Ham. I'd like to see him in West Ham, says Vegeta. Anyway, let's see what happens. West Ham got the ball inside our half. Goes out wide. Somerville cuts in. He loves cutting inside, doesn't he? Go on, Jim. Well played by Jim. Full crew. Tries to turn. Gives it back to Somerville. Somerville shots. Gets deflected. That was nice. Don't mind that. Kyle Walker-Peters. Nice head. There we go. Andrew's West Ham are looking dangerous on the counter. That's what Nuno does, though, isn't it? That is Nuno's MO. He does play that sort of counter-attacking style of football, which is very similar to Moyes' football. Fun fact, Trevor was the last successful manager who had 14 wins. Just goes to show what respect an intelligent manager can do. Fair play. Fair play. Okie dokie. Going out wide. Right. Let's see what happens. It's just playing around the back there. Not really much happening at the moment. Oh, good save by Areola. Better the shot. Yeah, not much. Not much happened there. Somerville like a whippet. He certainly is. I prefer this style already, says Trotch. In it. Almost 15 minutes gone. Everton 0, West Ham 0. We mix it up well, says Trudge. They're now on the attack. They've got the ball in the middle. They keep running. No one's closed him down. Ndia takes a shot straight into Ariola's hand. Woo! If you want to see West Ham first in Premier League, I call in Qatar or Emirates. What? I don't understand, mate. Sorry, Veg. I do not understand what you are saying. I do apologise profusely. Where is Mr. Baker? Unbelievable. Volker must have done better. Yeah, I mean, there was he should have done better. There's one of the headers that will cost us, but got away. But yeah, I mean, basically, some of you a little jink, the ball in, header, and not header. Volker should have done better on that, to be honest. Where we need to go it. So I'm just trying to text. Oh, sorry. Anyway, now it's a corner. West Ham have seen 7 corners this season, which is the most, which is twice as much. And it's a corner, so we're probably going to concede this. Garner with the shot, with the cross. Punches by Areola as well. Gay's got the ball. That's Dewsbury Hall. Goes out wide, crosses, header. Jesus Christ, that's a good header. Good header from bloody Michael Keane. 1-0 Everton. Oh, Jesus. It wasn't from a cross, but that was a fucking, that was a bullet header. That was a great cross, good header. Got in front of his man, and it's 1-0 Everton. Yeah, and Mark Robinson showing exactly what he basically. Keane has out-muscled him. Keane's out-muscled. I'm trying to see, was it Mav? I'm trying to see where Keane is. Fucking, that is an impressive header. That's a fantastic header. I've got to give it to him. Areola probably should have done better. Mav again, says Sai. FFS. And it's 1-0 to Everton. Balls. Oh, well, that lasted. The Nuno era lasted 18 minutes. Lasted 18 minutes. Oh well. Well, we got to come out and play now, don't we? Everton will hang back, and we got to come out and play. Right, here we go. Yeah, Married as well to punch it out. Didn't like with zonal marking. I'm just looking at it again, but then to be honest, right, he was nowhere near him, but that was a good header, and to be honest, he's in no right to have got that on there. He shouldn't have done that. That was crazy, absolute craziness. Oh, foul. No visitors has scored at Everton this season. Wow. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Right. A little dink over the top by Paqueta to Somerville. See, and that's the issue now. The issue now is we're going to be chasing, and we're going to get back into that same issue where, because we're constantly on the back foot because we're losing now, we're going to be, and that's when we need someone. That's when we need Nuno to step up and be the orchestrator. Start being a bit more of a man manager, because they've been in this position too many times. Kilman. So Mavropanos out to Kilman now. Yeah, the match isn't finished yet. You are totally right, Veg. The match is not finished yet. Anywho, Beto goes to Jubilee Hall. Jubilee Hall goes out wide, but it's intercepted by Bowen to Mavropanos. Mavropanos to Paqueta to Magassa to Fernandez. Nice ball from Fernandez. He does pass the ball really quickly, Fernandez. I like that. Kilman's got the ball back. It's a nice little bit of interplay that was. Paqueta to Kilman. Kilman bring it forward to Diop back to Mavropanos. We're keeping hold of the ball nicely. Fernandez chased by Gay. Goes out wide. Fulkrug trying to... he get done there by Tarkowski. Really done. Oh, that was nasty from 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢. He's really clattered into Falker. Then Bowen's cut inside to 𝗘𝗘𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢. 𝗘𝗘𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢 back. Oh, it's a poor ball, 𝗘𝗘𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢. Oh, but Falker survived. Don't worry. He's a miracle. He's come back. 𝗪𝗪𝗪 to 𝗘𝗘𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗧. A little dink over the top. Too easy. Too easy to deal with. Too easy. Yes, it was a dirty challenge, and he's got a yellow card. 2 right. Oh, that was nasty. His studs are up for me. I'm surprised he got there. Wolfsburg, that's where he is. Yeah, sorry, Wolfsburg. Right, 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Goes that wide. Held up. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 clears up, goes to 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡. 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡 back to Areola. He's probably going to hoof it. That's the thing. He doesn't have to, because we're going for this more sort of direct approach now. Nice flick on by 𝗪𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡. Some of it gets kicked up the arse again. James, sure, he's got to go off soon, surely. He's one away. He's one away. That's another foul. It goes to Peters to 𝗪𝗪𝗧. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 looks up to 𝗪𝗪𝗧. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 to Diouf. Areola. What any things here? This is bugging. It's not very well. I'm trying to find you. I've got any tablets in here. Might have some. Not. I might have some there if they go and get some. Oh. And for West Ham throw. Now it's a long throw from Diouf, looks like. Nice. Love a long throw. Bring back the long throw. This is what we like in. Let's bring back the long throw. 𝗪𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡. Oh, should have done better then. What happened there? So he knocked it on. Nice 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Nice little flick on. Grealish. 𝗪𝗪𝗧, little foul there. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 doesn't look that good, to be honest. Yeah, I think 𝗪𝗪𝗧's doing all right. He's learning the game. He's learning the game. Yeah, exactly. You've got to give him time. He's got to adjust. It's a different pace. Very true there, Mandy. You're all right. We don't have time. Nah. Handbags. Handbags in that. He actually wins the ball. He actually wins the ball, to be fair, Mandy. In all honesty, he actually won the ball that time. So Garner and Dewsbury. No, who's going to take it? Looks like Dewsbury Hall's going to take it. Let's have a look. Dewsbury Hall with the corner. We've got a free kick headed straight out. Idrissa knocks it into the air. And Dye's got the ball, goes out wide. Crosses in. Paqueta does well to get ahead on that. And then Bowen's got the ball out. If that's a cross, no, it's Keane. But Vic, yeah. Yeah, he won the ball. He won the ball that time. That's what I mean. Right. Playing it along the back. 𝗪𝗪𝗧. See, if you see there, Fernandez has dropped into the back three, and we're playing like a back three at the moment. Nice ball. It's Füllkrug. As a poor ball from Füllkrug. Paqueta tried to pick it up, make it better ball, but it wasn't a very good ball at all. Somerville's got the ball. So to Magassa out wide to Diouf to Paqueta. Paqueta to Füllkrug. Again. Chris says, big up, fellas. Can't see a win happening today, unfortunately. Let's see what happens. Say 28 minutes gone. Throw on. Last 10 minutes, 73% possession for Everton, for West Ham rather. So since the goal, it's been all West Ham. What a surprise! You know, typical David Moyes side, one up and just hold and just sit back. So it was what we would do, to be honest. Paqueta to Füllkrug's not the races at the moment today. 𝗪𝗓𝗡𝗧, Grealish, little dink over. Gay. Füllkrug leaves a bit on old Mickey. Garner in the middle. Goes out wide to Jake O'Brien. Free kick with Diouf on Jake O'Brien. Free kick to Everton. I'm going to have to pop out for 2 seconds in a minute. But I'll leave the game playing while I have to go and sort out Mrs. Budden. She's not very well at the moment. Let's go get some tablets. They chip it in. Füllkrug as well to head it. Ball in the box, headed out by Somerville. Gay's got the ball, goes out wide. Little chip forward from Gay. Oh, goal kick. Right, I'm going to be back in 2 seconds, people. 2 secs. We're back in 2 seconds. I'll keep the ticker running. back. Oh, I'm back. What have I missed? Nothing. Oh, jeez. I do apologise. Chose the wrong time to go up drinking. Almost 2-0. Did I miss something? Probably. Anyway, Rich Law, come on, you irons. Nothing's changed regarding set play. He's had one training session, and I don't even think that training session was any good. Yeah. Is that corner for West Ham? Corner for West Ham. Anyway, carry on regardless. Anyway, it's corner. TV guy. TV guy indeed. We could fluke a draw. Let's wait and see. We're out for a corner. West Ham. Corner to West Ham. Corner to West Ham. This little call into Mavropanos to no one. Ariola's got the ball, goes to Mr. Cole Walker-Peters, Walker-Peters to Diouf. Diouf looks up, goes back to Paqueta to Magassa. Nice little turn from Magassa. Nice, that's better. That's nice. I love that. I'll have more of that, please. Ball over the top. Nah, not very good. Not very good. Not very good. Full crew to Matthäus to Paqueta. Paqueta looks up, goes out wide to Bowen. This is nicer. Ball comes across. Bowen. I don't know what you're trying to do there. Has a head like a pillow box. If this sounds stupid, but we need to play to the bow. He's decent and he's calm on the ball. Full crew wants that. I don't think so. I think, to be honest, full crew for me is suited. Could really make an impact under Nuno. I reckon very similar to Chris Woods. Paqueta's passing is dreadful today. Goes out wide to Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters to Bowen. Bowen to KWP. KWP back to Paqueta. Paqueta back to Mav to Kilman. Kilman's on the offensive. Everyone's in apart from Ariola in the West Ham half, in the Everton half. Diouf, little touch. Kilman to Paqueta. Awful first touch. Awful. Billy Bonds is warming up. That's impressive. Very impressive, in fact. Fair enough. Bill. Yeah, it's very fit start. It's yeah. I mean, both sides really. Everton looking control. West Ham looking a little bit desperate. Paqueta to KWP. KWP gives it back to Fernandez. Always looking busy, doesn't he, Fernandez? Always looking like, yeah. And I agree, Mandy. Yeah, I think Magassa's growing into the game. Definitely. It's a lovely ball there to KWP. Just then for itself, a nice little one touch to Bowen. Everything's sort of like not quite hitting the man. KWP, decentish ball, doesn't beat the man. Drissegay with his long johns on. Decent press for West Ham. Pings it over. KWP back to Kilman. Kilman to Fernandez, who's in the middle now. Again, nice and busy. I do like Fernandez. His work ethic. He's always on the move. He's really hard to try and pin down. Kilman back to Fernandez. Fernandez has a quick look up. goes to Somerville. I need to get Jimmy on the ball a lot more. Goes to 𝗪𝗧𝗧. 𝗪𝗧𝗧's now got ball at his feet. Goes to Kyle Walker-Peters. Little 1-2 with Bowen. Walker-Peters to 𝗪𝗧𝗧. 𝗪𝗧𝗧 chips it forward. That's a decent ball. Well defended though. Great defending by Michael Keane. Superb. 𝗪𝗧𝗧 now looks more confident. He can be even better. A powerhouse up front. That's what we need. Yeah. Somerville, man of the match so far, looking really bright. He is, but he's kicking up the ball in the wrong areas. We're giving him the ball where he's just running basically horizontally. We want him the balls over top. So it's a great ball that actually, I think it was 𝗪𝗧𝗧 did to Falkirk. If that was someone else, that was Jimmy, that would have been in there. GP, help you well. Yeah, I totally agree, George. It's not particularly hasn't been good enough today. Very light foul there. Evening, Mikey. How you doing? Nice to see everyone. Yeah, it's just a bit what we got there. Anyway, Somerville doing very. Oh no, I thought he was doing well. Just that's what I mean. We're getting Somerville in the wrong positions, aren't we? He's just in the wrong position all the time. He's picking up the ball in the wrong area. I want to know why my claret hammer and I have why you have a claret and I have a green one. It's about the length of time you've been as a member, I think. I don't know exactly, but after a certain period, it's all claret, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. It was so long ago in terms when we set it up. But that's why people have different coloured. Alan Devonshire is warming up now. Billy Bonds was now Alan Devonshire is. Looks like one of their players are injured. Looks like Johnny Evans is their physio. Out for a throw to Everton, just in line with the West Ham box. 42 minutes gone. It's West Ham. It's Everton 1, West Ham 0. And Michael Keane header, which apparently Sky is saying still counts as a dead ball goal, as a corner goal, because it's in the same bracket of play. Paqueta does well. 𝗪𝗧𝗧. See, again, some of us pick up the ball in the wrong area for my liking. Nice ball, though, to Mav. Goes out wide. KWP over to Bowen. Bowen checks in. Nah, get up. Cleared by Everton. Mav, nice little cushioned handler. 𝗪𝗧𝗧's definitely getting back into the game, getting more confidence in the game. Nice bit of skill, nice bit of strength to hold him off. Well done, Sue. And Nuno telling him where to go. Up there. Put it up there. That was a nice bit of strength there by 𝗪𝗧𝗧. Did really well there. We are slowly but surely fading away, just like our dreams, is Lord. Anyway, we've got a free kick, literally on the touchline. Oh, that was some stupid little pass in there. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh, Paqueta, what are you doing? What the fuck was that? Seriously, that was appalling. They had this silly little routine, and then Paqueta just loses it. Ugh, he's still in the game. Yeah, as much as it's still nil, it's still only 1-0. Showing a few bright sparks. I wish if Paqueta could hang on to the ball for 5 seconds, we would do well much better. That's good. It was often nothing in the game, but who has really? I think 𝗪𝗧𝗧's had a decent first half. Started slowly, but definitely got into the game. Falkirk, nothing's really stuck to him. There's going to be 1 minute added time. 1 minute added time. Done more than Boney's been. Boney's been quiet. Yeah, you're right. We started off badly. He said he got worse, but that free kick was shite. It really was. I didn't understand what was going on with that free kick. Don't forget, hang about for half time. We'll be giving away some prizes to you lucky buggers. And by the sounds of it, you might have me for the whole game now. So there we go. Lucky. Might have to take my headphones off because don't really need them because there's no one's talked apart from Anton. And Anton will probably be joining us we'll start the highlight show a little bit later on. Areola, long sweeping ball. And that's half time. That's half time, really. Strange half, really. Strange half. This will either end up 2-0 or 1-0 standing. Very insightful. Let's reset that. Boo, Jimmy Man a match so far. We go again. Right, okay, let's win some prizes. Let's cheer ourselves up and win some prizes. Let me just sort my phone out quickly so it doesn't play Sky Sports when I'm still doing stuff. So we're going to give away some prizes. For anyone who's new around here, it's very, very simple. I put something in the chat and you will just repeat it. That's what you got to do. Simples. I need to think of something good to put in the chat, of course. I give away a PS4. God, where are they? They don't give away nothing over there. Right, so it's going to be hashtag. I don't know. I don't. What should we say? Hashtag. Lynn, you've got to send me your address. Send me your address, and I will. I've told you several times. Send us your postal address, and I'll get it in the post. But you got to send me your postal address. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I don't know. That's what I can think of at the moment. Right, let me just sort this out. Don't put it in just yet. You get it all sorted. We're going to give away a few prizes. Hashtag I don't know. Okie dokie. Let's start collecting them bad boys. So, are we missing JWP? Yeah. Hashtag Lynn, you've got to send me the address. PS3, PS4 being sold for parts only. Love it. Yeah. Hashtag I don't know. We're going to give away 3 prizes. We're going to give away Bosch, lovely Tony Gale signed picture. We're going to give away Bosch, Tim Breaker signed photo from when we played Wrexham. Remember when, what was his name? Hugo Porfirio didn't know hadn't seen snow before. And we're going to give away. We're going to give away. So I'm just looking at what Bun's got in his bunker. Oh, signed retro West Ham notebook available on Amazon. Just search for West Ham retro notebook. Signed by Trevor Brooking, Sir Trevor Brooking. Wowzers! Okie dokie. Right, let's get ready and let's sort all this out. Share my screen, and then we'll get going. Keep those in. Share the screen. Let's go. You can go full screen. Full screen. So this one will be going to. This will be the Tony Gale signed picture. It's a Tony Gale signed picture, and that is going to go to. You see, Agua gives us. He sends us it, and he gets the pictures. Trudge, kudos to you, Trudge. You win the signed Tony Gale picture. Keep them coming in. Well done, Trudge. The next one's going to go to. It's going to be the Tim Breaker signed picture. Well done, Trudge. Keep them coming in. It's going to go to GP. Tim Breaker goes to you. And lastly, but no means leastly, the signed Sir Trevor Brooking signed West Ham Retro Notebook, available on Amazon. Just search for West Ham Retro Notebooks. And this one goes to Trini. Trudge, GP, and Trini. That's what we like to see. Congratulations to the three of you. If you could just email us your postal address at westhamnetwork@gmail.com. We'll get those prizes sent out to you later on in the week. So let's crack on and look back. Let me take these off. So what I'd love to do in the comments below is give me your one-word match analysis. Well done, everyone, indeed. Well done, Trini. Well done, winners. We did it. Trudge did it. GP did it. And Trini won it. The old firm all win. They finally, all of them, nice. All prison addresses, okay. Yeah, I mean, HM, Her Majesty's Belmarsh, yeah. Just put your room number in there. Fix, boo, redraw. Okay, let's get so we've got poor. This is our one-word halftime analysis. Poor, nearly, expected, pressure. Let me just quickly do this while I'm doing it. Make sure we're all sorted for the second half. Let me do that again to make sure. Unsurprising, says Mikey. Improvement. Average. Predictable. Still in it. We are still in it. Anything can happen in the next 45 minutes. As we know when it comes to West Ham, anything is still possible. Let's just put my phone there so I can watch it. Oh, God. Oh, sorry. I've got one of these silly phone clips. There we go. No, they're just talking about Mavropanos and where he should have been in position. Positive, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Arsenal next week. That's 3 words. Okay, says Finley. There's a lot of you watching over on Twitter or X. If you fancy that joining us to the dark side, it'd be lovely. If you come over to the West Ham Network on we all know why Noble wasn't sacked with Potter. He's Sullivan's preferred prodigy, isn't he, Russ? Mercedes, you're on some. I'll give you that. I hope Nuno has given him a kick up the arse. Needs Souček back. Souček and Magassa. So Damien, on that, would you drop Fernandes then? How would you fit them all in? Or wouldn't you play him at all? Would you play double pivot? I don't know. Let me know. Guys did it. They did it. Just watch back. Basics: when the ball gets punched, you must compress the field. Do not stay deep. How come they? Well, come out will be interesting. I need a centre forward in January. I think that's as I said. I wouldn't be surprised to see someone like an Alexander Zorloff come in. Clearly a Tottenham fan. Hope you're well, mate. When looking at goals conceded this season, Mav has been involved in a lot of them. Matt's been playing a lot, isn't he? To be honest. Paqueta's competed for the 10 stop. Interesting. Was poor. Potter was not your guy. Well, I think he would have been the guy if it was. I think it was a combination of things. And again, I think hindsight's a great thing. I think, one result here, one result there. Yeah. Your season starts after the Arsenal loss. Well, Andrew, we have beaten Arsenal the last 2 times at the Emirates. So I think Zorloff is probably more likely than Dusan Vlahovic. I think Zorloff would be someone who just reminds me a bit like Chris Wood, but like an upgraded Chris Wood. That's the way I see it. Currently at obviously Atletico Madrid, had a half decent season, but obviously they've got a lot of players there. Obviously they've got Alvarez as well. So I won't be surprised we've looked at him before. We looked at him before he went from when he was at Villarreal, and before he went to Atletico. So, I can see it. Maybe he's 28, decent his age. We'll have to wait and see. Even 𝗘𝗩𝗧 isn't playing bad tonight. We just need a bit more patience on the build-up, and we'll be getting something out of this. I agree. It's not all lost at all. Not all lost at all, to be honest. Let me just put this in. So I'm just typing to Mr. Baker. Let's have a look. Let's get some more comments. What we got here? Get me promise David. Defenders need to push up fast and the ball is cleared. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Is like the ball was cleared and then some went out, and it looks. We look like a team in a team in progress, really. Because there's been some good things. I haven't seen there's, I think there's been some nice play. I think defensively, I think 𝗘𝗩𝗧's had an half decent game. But there's going to be these slips at the moment in terms of bringing them, and as I said, I think Mav, I mean, to be honest, it was a cracking header for Michael Keane, let's be honest. Although you would have liked Mav to have been closer to him, but I don't know. I think he was more concerned about what was happening behind him, because Keane was quite in front of him. And actually, there was people to the left of him. I think he's probably more concerned with that. And by doing that, he had Keane on his own. There we go. We'd love to see Solanke. He actually be quite decent. I mean, you got to think like when at Wolves, Luis Jimenez, all that type of stuff. He was quite good. FC 20 have a 6'11" goalkeeper, Kevin Gedela. Sorry for the spelling. Wow. Well, I tell you what, the goalkeeper Reese, who we've just signed from, he was at Newcastle. And he was at Bohemians before that. He is massive. He's really sort of like Peter Crouch, like when he's like all limbs, really tall. Paqueta is the root of our issues. I mean, Paqueta had the poor first half. There's been a lot of times where he's tried to thread a ball through, and not just him. I think a lot of other players have tried to put the ball through, and we just seem to be hitting the Everton players with the ball rather than trying to go through them. And they're just sticking a leg out, and I just think Paqueta as well has been a bit wasteful in sometimes. He does some nice passing, but I think it's been quite wasteful in all honesty. I hope they get Rocky up their arse. I really do. I believe we'll score second half. Come on, the lads, and that's why I wanted him sold. With his half term, has his first half shown how bad Potter's tactics with these players have been? Yeah, to some extent, I think that's right. We needed funds for both Paqueta and Kudus to rebuild properly. Moyes is doing a good job. Paqueta is not a 10. The thing with West Ham, your average score age is like 28. Well, it was. It's not as bad as that now. I haven't done the average age squad now, but that was one of the things during the summer we did. We got rid of 5-6 of the oldest players in the squad. Although we brought one of them back, but regardless of that, we have improved. The squad is younger. Looking at the squad now, you've got people like Diouf, Magassa, Fernandez. Diouf, they're all under age 21. Diouf, Magassa, and Fernandez. Bowen's late 20s. Paqueta, late 20s. Somerville's mid 20s. Fulkrug's 31, 32. Walker-Peters 28. Dinosh 27. Kilman 26. So we're getting, but it's taking, and to be honest, it's something we should have done a lot earlier. Promise David and Papagueye would be my next two signings, says Damien. If he plays deep, he loses the ball. That Diouf is class. I can't lie. Good player, and good player. And I think the guys. I mean, the guys that were brought in, maybe with the exception of Hermansen, Diouf, Magassa, and Fernandez were all brought in under Potter's watch, and they're all very good players, and they're all very young players, and all players who could make a difference. We need Adama Traore for pace. But he ain't got the legs now, has he? That's the thing. He's quick, but he's best used as a soup. How we should have used Mikel Antonio, in all honesty, if we'd kept him on. But obviously he was too busy getting all of his massive contracts. Payet he was indeed very great. Does not play at 10. He doesn't. He plays at 8. Loves Diouf's attitude, and he's still really young. But as I said, for me, Diouf is a very old 20-year-old. I mean, he left Senegal at the age of 17, 18 to then basically progress, playing in, was it Sweden or Denmark to start off with? Ian in Buffalo, hope you're well. Have you been down the CAF recently? Have not seen you down the CAF recently. Hope you're well. Got us out early. Guess he was not impressed. Good. Like that. Like that a lot. Get us out early. We've been shit. Thank you, Right Heart Lane. Nice to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. Don't forget to give it a like before you leave. Thank you very much. All good in the hood. Just seeing, doesn't look like any changes at half time as such. Can't see nothing. Nice to see. It's nice to see Mark Robson's got his ear. He seems to be, and that's good for West Ham. That's good for the academy. Obviously, he's the under-21 head coach, and he might be one of those guys who hangs around when Nuno puts his squad together, his backroom staff. You know, he did it under Moyes, and he could be that nice conduit between the first team and the academy. Let's see what happens there. They're just about to kick off. Obviously, there will be a few seconds behind you, as is Tinternet and YouTube and all that malarkey. And then Mr. Baker will be joining you for the review show afterwards. I've had a wee, so I'm good to go now. And Jimmy has taken the kick for the start of the second half. Bit of a conspiracy theory. Best players we signed were all wanted by Nuno. Great shout. Great shout. We play 4D chess. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, West Ham trying to impose the game a bit earlier. Paqueta's got the ball. Loses it again. Mayasa, who I think's played very well the second half of the first half. Little shaky to start off with, but he definitely grew into the game. Some of it takes it out to Diouf. Some of it back to Fernandez. Love the one. Fernandez always on the move. He's always looking. Kyle Walker-Peters tries little. Oh, that was a shit ball. Intercepted by old Mykolenko there. But I do like the way Fernandez is always on his toes, and he reminds me a little bit of Jesse Lingard. When Jesse Lingard would pass a ball, he'd actually pass it, with meaning and with pace. Not a lot of people do it. They sort of Miranda the pass, but no, he fires it into him and it gets to place quickly. Anyway, Diouf out wide to Somerville. Somerville crosses into the middle. Nothing really, headed out by Tarkowski. Mayasa, and who was that? That was KWP. Gets out the ball wide to Bowen. Bowen looks up, tries to jink it forward. Pull ball by Bowen. Straight into hands. Mayasa tried to little break into the box. Didn't really work very well at all. It'd be interesting to see when subs happen as well. Obviously, gives us an idea of when he likes to play a sub. I don't know with Nuno, I'll be honest. I don't know his style when it comes to making subs. So we'll find that out as well as we get along. It's a learning process. We're learning together. I like it. Anyway. Magasa's, he left a foot in there. Mayasa did. Anyway, he's in his jogging bottoms, passes it to Ndiaye. Ndiaye runs across the ball, gets to, goal, shoots. Shit. So Grealish somehow gets the ball, drills it across. Beto can't get to it, but then Jake O'Brien swings and goes over the button. Looks like a yellow card for Mayasa. Out for an Everton corner. Exactly what we don't want at the beginning of the first half. His first yellow card of the season, Magasa's, considering he's only played 2 games. He come for 20 minutes twice. So 3 appearances, 1 yellow card. Good start for him. It's a Everton corner. Bollocks. Everton corner. Still staying with that zonal marking at the moment. Hopefully get to work on that over the week. Oh Jesus! Honestly, it's just Areola gets a thumb to it. It looked like Ndiaye long ball. Mavropanos Could have let that go, actually, to be honest. But anyway, Grealish has got it. It's kept in. Grealish cuts inside, goes square to Gay. He takes a shot. Blazes over the bar. He reckons it was a save by Areola. I don't think it was. Whoo, mama. Again, Grealish. Gay is all on his own. We look so shit scared of the ball out. Like, we're not even pushing out, coming out quickly in the box. I think that probably took a deflection off 𝗘𝗩𝗧, to be honest, of his head. But fuck it. That was a shit ball. Have another go, Areola. Gets the ball back. As a little butcher's hook. What's he going to do? Obviously, they've got the 8-second rule. I love that. Okay, over the top. Tried it. Just came off Somerville's heels, really. It was quite unlucky. Ball comes through. Beto versus 𝗘𝗩𝗧. 𝗘𝗩𝗧 does really well there to move him. Well done, 𝗘𝗩𝗧. That was good defending. Good defending by Max there. Out for a goal kick. I like that. That's better. That's much better. Over 600 of you watching on Twitter. If you want to come over to the dark side, come over to the YouTube channel. Would really appreciate that. We can I'll put the link in there and you can help us out because we actually get money for YouTube, not Twitter. You can give it a like, comment, share. Much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. If you can do that, I would love you forever. Anyway, Ndai's got the ball. Cuts inside. Oh, well done by 𝗘𝗩𝗧 again. Cleared by Diouf. That was on Ghana. Ndai cuts inside. 𝗘𝗩𝗧 does well. I think, yeah, he's tried to get over him. He trips up himself over 𝗘𝗩𝗧. 𝗘𝗩𝗧 doesn't even move. Long throw, and that's what I'm saying. These long throws now, everyone's doing them. It's becoming a lot more matic Premier League football at the moment, according statistically. Oh my god, that was Areola just like in complete no man's land there. You either claim for it, you don't claim for it. 𝗘𝗩𝗘 does well there, and does well to stumble over Gay. Oh, West Ham, please do something. Please. Goals after half-time. Everton scored. They're top of the league. West Ham on 19th with... That doesn't make no sense, that does, that chart by Sky. Anyway, Grealish goes to Dewsbury straight into the hands. That was Ghana straight into the hands of Areola. Pretty poor there. Let's have a butcher's that goes out wide to 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧. Back to Areola. Areola hoofs it to full crew. Just not the races Nicholas is today. He always looks, doesn't he? He doesn't look fit. It doesn't look fit to me. Maybe it's just my personal opinion. Anyway, Moyes has got the ball. Moyes, keep looking at the Moyes at the moment. Our friend, one of my on WhatsApp, but why don't we ever get a new manager bounce? We never seem to get a new manager bounce, do we? We had it for 18 minutes. I might actually message him. We had it for 18 minutes. Lol. Anyway, Grealish goes outside. So Grealish got the ball. Beto. They said handball on 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧. We'll wait and see. They reckon it was handball. I'm sure VAR will look at it in the next break of play. 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. Somerville to 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪. Somerville goes on the overlap. Somerville looks up. Checks. Keeps checking. Oh. Ndai versus Diouf. Diouf does really well just to shepherd him all the way across. Now Jack's got the ball, goes back to Ndiaye. Check complete, and looks like no penalty, which is good because we don't need that on top of everything else that we have at the moment. That's a poor pass. Was that by? We're going to have a look at it. Oh, I thought they were going to show it. Okay, let's have a look. Grealish. Oh, I think Jesus. If that was given, the game's gone. Oh, so good. Just I was waiting for the kick. West need to hold on for the last 20 minutes. Stay in it, says Andrew. Little ball over the top. Oh, Fernandez. I think he's looked very controlled today. Füllkrug to Diouf all the way back to Areola. Mavropanos to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Mav. Little chip ball. I don't know what the fuck that was meant to be, but somehow we got the ball. KWP. Off to Fernandez. Fernandez tries to shoot. Gets blocked. Out for a West Ham throw on. Fernandez looks up, goes wide to Diouf. That was a great ball. Diouf literally put it into the corridor of uncertainty, whipped it in, and that was a great cross. I think Füllkrug was just off, but that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That was. Is that Freddie Potts is warming up behind him? Yeah, looks like it. Wonder what he'll do. Anyway, they've got the ball out wide. They're going to go wide to Grealish. Grealish has been a thorn in the side the whole game. Gives it to Dewsbury Hall. Magassa does well to keep it. Why don't you take off Magassa? I would sub Füllkrug for Marshall. Earthy's not on the squad, so that won't happen. Is Wilson on the bench? He certainly is. Potts incoming. Looks like Potts will come on. I think personally, I wouldn't be surprised to take Magassa off because he's on a yellow card. Personally, but wait and see. And just get Potts to sit in front. Because Potts can bring the ball forward as well. He can play ball in. Kilman does well to intercept that out for a corner. Lovely stuff. Ball in by Garner. He throws his arms at it. Throws his legs at it. Don't throw your arms at it. It's the least thing you want to do. West Ham have faced 42 corners. We conceded 8. We have a 5.25 goals per corner. The rest of the Premier League is 23. That's how poor we are at corners. Anyway, Dewsbury Hall with the corner. Whips it in. Headed. Shot. Yeah, straight into Ariada's hands. Shot from Garner. That would have counted towards the corner rate because it's in the same phase of play, apparently. Let's just sort this out. Fernandez got the ball. Somerville cuts. Oh, that's a poor. Looks like some subbage is happening. Magassa, as predicted, is coming off for Freddie Potts. decent 60 minutes, 58 minutes from 𝗪𝗪𝗧. I think the first 10 minutes grew into the game, was very much trying to grow into the game. But Freddie Potts, is it a coincidence he's in the side? I don't think so. But that's good to see. You know, that's one in the eye from what's the name, for obviously under Potter. That wouldn't have happened. So there we go. Anyway, let's see what happens. Somerville. Yeah, it looks like Potts has just dropped into that alongside Fernandez. Fernandez never stops still, does he? He's always moving, always moving. I love the fact he's, and he pings that ball straight into Freddie's feet, but he does really well to keep it. Very nice ball to Somerville. Nice through the lines to Somerville. God, he looks dangerous, doesn't he? Gets pulled back, but we still haven't got the ball. Freddie goes out wide. 𝗪𝗪𝗧. See, again, he's trying to thread the ball through. It's for the eye of a needle. Thing is, it will come off once, the game. And then we've got to hope that we've got the striker to, you know, if he plays the percentages, he'll get more chance. Folk will get more chances. Strodge says we just lack the right blend. I agree. We're still in the game. Yeah, I think we're still in the game. We've obviously got half an hour to go. We'd have buried under Potter. Yeah, Potter would probably try to take Füllkrug and 𝗪𝗪𝗧 off and played two defensive midfielders, so we didn't get defeated too bad. There's still some in this game. Definitely. Nice crossfield ball. By Everton, but a little bit too far. Diouf got the ball. This is what I think we need to do now. This is the next thing. I know we sort of have got the shot counter, so to speak, for the goal kick. We need that for throw-ons now. It takes too long, and then they drop it, and someone else picks the ball up. And I don't like that now. I think they just put the shot clock on throw-ons. Ball over from 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Mickey versus Bowen. Bowen fouls him. Yeah. Ain't had a good game, has he? Despite the fact of saying he's going to thrive under this new way, just has been. I think Mykolenko's done a decent job on him, to be honest. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 weak link, says Trodge. Get Wilson on. I wouldn't be surprised to see him coming on with 15 minutes to go. 𝗪𝗪𝗧 is our version of Ozil, talented but inconsistent. That sort of what's it called, like a enigma player. You know, he could, on his day, he can win you the game hands down, but it's when those days happen, not very often. Right, ball to Areola. That's a poor. Always runs the ends. No, exactly. Yeah, never gives up. No, I wouldn't take him off because he's dangerous as well. And all he needs that one chance where he comes off the right, comes into the left, and has a shot. That's how he does it. Dinos 𝗪𝗪𝗧. I say, can I put this down a little bit? So I don't look, because I'm not looking at your eye line, and I feel really funny. Anyway, is that better? Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's slightly off, isn't it? Yeah, let's try that. I know it's slightly off, but a bit better. Ball over. Somerville's in there. Oh, how did he miss that? Ball comes over the top. It's happened a couple of times where the Everton centre halves, one's left it and stuff, and Somerville was all alone, and actually could have easily put that in. Great save. I agree. Great save by Pickford. Decent save, but ball goes over the top. Everyone misses it. Jake O'Brien tries to stop it, and Somerville does the right thing there and just gambles, and could have easily. Oh, it was a good reaction saved by Pickford. Ball in by 𝗪𝗪𝗧. Nah, poor corner. Poor corner. What we're going to do? 𝗪𝗪𝗧 again. Goes to Diouf. Oh. Why do we always seem to pass? It goes all the way back to Areola. Why do we always seem to pass to people who get, are just like always marked? Oh, someone's very well there. Dispossessed him. Somerville's run into the box. Gives it to Paqueta. Paqueta take. Oh. Does well to recover. Oh, that's not foul. There's enough in this game to take a bit of solace. It's cranking up, isn't it? We're cranking up. We are cranking up. We're getting there slowly but surely. I can feel it. I can feel it, my friends. I can feel it. We are getting there. You can see we're moving forward. Anyway, that should have been a goal. Anyway, ball comes across. Diouf does well. Diouf's got the ball. Diouf's running. Diouf's going. Go on, Diouf. Go on. Keeps going. To Cuss. What a great ball. Gets knocked down. Bowen's got the ball. He's inside the box. Jinx inside. Takes a shot. He's gone! What a goal! Jared bloody Bowen. What a fucking good goal. What a good goal. That was brilliant. That was fantastic. Diouf goes. Great cross. Gets intercepted. Falls to Bowen. Bowen cuts back inside onto the left as always and drills it. Absolutely fucking drills it in. What a great goal. What a great goal. Watching it again, Diouf literally just goes around it. As well, Keane gets a header on it. Bowen, totally unmarked, cuts the ball onto his left, as we've said he always does, and absolutely drills it past him. Pickford, no chance. Just seeing it from this angle. It takes a deflection, don't give a shit. Takes deflection, don't give a shit. Do not give a shit. Takes a slight deflection of Michael Keane. Don't matter. Great goal. Great goal. Look, Nuno celebrates. That's what I like. Yes. Look at him. Look at Nuno. What a beautiful man on the touchline. What a beautiful man. Come on. That's the picture. That's the picture we need for the highlights reel, and that one of going Nuno. Right, anyway, let's crack on. Let's see what we got. This is, I believe, we're the first team to have scored at Everton this season. I'm going to check, but I'm pretty sure we're the first team to have scored at Everton. We're the first team to have scored at what's the name as well, at Tottenham's ground as well, if I remember correctly. I'm just going to check that. Deflection, but I will take that for a month of Sundays. Everton 2-0. Everton 0-0. Yep, first goal conceded at the new stadium. Thank you, Andrew. Yep, I was right. You were right. I was right. Yeah, the pressure was building. You can feel it. Let's see what happens now. I'll take a draw. I reckon we go for the win. Depends how much Everton want it now. Blow the whistle. I'll take a draw. But that's what I mean. You got someone like Jake O'Brien. He ain't the quickest, and haven't really. So that's the first time Somerville there has been in that position. It's usually got the ball in the middle of the park, play out wide, and you can run onto it. I'm just getting Martin send me texts all the time saying irons. I'll put it up in a minute. Let me download that. Martin's at is at the game, and yeah, he likes to send me all the pictures. That's his spot at the moment. So yeah, keep sending me. Anyway, Everton on the attack. Beto actually pots us very well to get in the way of that. KWP running the ball down the channel, getting a bit lost. Help him out. Takes a deflection. Now they're making a the striker Beto's coming off and has been replaced by that good guy from Villarreal. Can't remember the lad's name. We'll come up in a minute. We were interested in him, weren't we? Hello from Latvia. Love to see Nuno actually caring. There we go. Also, Bowen's the best. Thank you from Latvia. Got Latvia, Slovakia, Kenya. Let us know in the comments who you are. Where are you watching it from? Where are you watching it from? Let us know. I love to know. I love to find out. We've got Simon in Dubai, all over the bloody place. Anyway, just over 20 minutes ago. Aquam is in Portugal. Buffalo, I know, is in Allchurch, same as me, because we go to the same CAF. US, yeah, we know Gary. I know Gary's in the fucking US. The amount I pay on fucking postage. I'm watching on the toilet, says GP. Watching it from Seth Edgar. Obviously, we have Seth Edgar Rich on sometimes. If there's an upset, West Ham will go for it. Belgium, that's it. Jenny Barry. That's what I mean. That's the one I mean. Peru, Australia. I know Alan's from Australia because the amount of money I spend on him with all his stuff. Watching from sunny Los Angeles, having a cuppa and eggs and bacon. Bordeaux in France, Chadwell Heath, lovely to see. Anyway, and so Everton on the attack, and Dyer's got the ball, being hounded by Freddie Pot, no, by Fernandez. Goes back, all the way back. And they bring it forward. Very good, very nice there by Paqueta. See, that's when Paqueta's well, and he draws the foul. Literally, that's all he does all the time. What we got here, watching when I should be working in Canada, says Alan Gag. Strood in Kent. Come on, Russ. I know, I'm joking. Marseille above Luna right now. Chimmy. Nuno, go for it. He's obviously having a little chat with Jimmy to say, look, just attack his side. Oh, is that another foul from James Takei? How many fouls is James? He should be off by now. Although that one is, yeah, I'll give him that. He should be off by now, though. He's had plenty of chances. It's Richard, South Africa Richard just put in our thing that it's made for Callum Wilson to come and score the winner, and it kind of is. Or what's his name? Callum Marshall. Anyway, ball's in the middle. Grealish has got the ball. He has been like, honestly, I love Grealish. I really wanted Grealish at West Ham. We've got the ball out to Somerville. Look at the earth. 70th minute, and he's pounding down. Great ball again. Oh, fucking hell, it's a good cross. Honestly, he is brilliant. The earth, straight ball into the middle to Bowen. Bowen jinks inside, tries to dip it. Oh, corner. This is better from Bowen. He's been quite. I mean, again, that's a great cross from Diouf for someone coming in, like the midfielder, like a number 10 cup running in, behind the ball. And he ran. Jeez, he must have run 50 yards, 60 yards to get the ball. Honestly, he's an absolute steal for like 20 million. Anyway, corner. He's gone for a loofty one to the back stick for no one. That was a really shit corner. If only we had somebody who could, like, a set play person. Oh, we left him behind, didn't we? Left him behind. Long throw. Here we go. Long throws. I want to see long throws back in the game. They're all back again now. We need a couple of good. We need another long thrower. Looks like Diouf's got a decent long throw. No, that was shit. Literally, but he literally gave it to Jake O'Brien, who's spooned it and it's gone out. So technically, that's like an assist, surely. West Ham again. Out for a corner. Another Paqueta one, which is going to be shite. Yeah. Agreed. What we got here? Watching from the Isle of Wight is Kenny. trying his best to mess it up again. He's trying very well to mess it up. He is, honestly. The stats haven't been good for ball retention in terms of pass completion for Paqueta this season. I reckon he's been trying to put that killer ball through, and it's okay, but sometimes you just don't. Yeah, I mean, possession. Everton 63, West Ham 37, but in the last 10 minutes, you had 4 shots and 6 touches in the opposition opposition box. So although we haven't got a lot of the ball, when we've got it, we're on the attack, on the front foot, which is great. I'm already a big fan of him. Could be Hammer of the Year contender. Was the Poirier worth it? Diouf alone made it worthwhile for me. Well, I think then Fernandes, I think Magassa seems a good buy. Had a decent 60 or 58 minutes a day. Once he sort of got into the pace of the game, we see a lot more from him. I wish we signed Grealish. Me too, Simon, because even more so would have been that Joe would have gone to more football, so I'd had less stress because she is obsessed with Jack Grealish. And his thighs. Anyway, Everton on the attack. Ball intercepted by KWP. Keane's trying to make up. He's obviously scored one, and he scored both ends really. Gone to Grealish against KWP. Oh, decent claim. So KWP's done all right against Grealish today. Grealish only really gets success when he sort of cuts into the middle. Anyway, nice bit of passing there. Paqueta, that's better. Out to Diouf. That's it. Keep going. Diouf bombing it down the wing. Lovely ball inside to Somerville. Good keeper, isn't he? Good keeper. Well done by Pickford. Quick off his line. Slide tackle. Wins the ball out for a West Ham corner. Might not be. I don't know. Let's see. Great tackle. Here we go. Paqueta to fuck up another corner. Let's see. He's put 2 hands up, whatever that means. Decent. He got it into the middle, though. Didn't hit anyone, though. Goes up wide. Somerville's gone down. And it's gone out for West. No. Potts has kept him. Goes all the way along the back line. Paqueta. I think Somerville looks like he's taking a slight knock. Looks like Guilherme. I think that's a decent move. Yep. It's a decent move. Guilherme is coming on for Somerville. I think that's probably a good move. Let's give it a little run out and see what happens. Nice. Yeah, he took a tumble just then, and but he's walked off on his own. Nice little cuddle from Nuno, like it. I finally intend to visit a game in person. They haven't visited UK since hope we're on the rise by then. Let's hope Chris taps as well. Let's hope they are. Let us know. Playing the players us fans want. Maybe. Anyway, we've got just over under 15 minutes left plus injury time. Gone in the middle goes to Gay, who's wearing his long johns. I don't know how he can get away wearing those trousers. Anyway, Grealish again cuts in the middle and then he's dangerous. Goes out wide. Diouf takes a knock. Goes out for a throw on. Looks like Jack O'Brien's going to take it. He's going to launch it. Absolutely launch it as well. Another long throw. I told you we are moving to a more pragmatic style of football in the Premier League. Less compared to last year, less passes per game, more long balls, more throw-ins, more long goal kicks. I'm telling you, it's not all tippy-tappy now. O'Brien takes a long throw. Diouf does very well. I mean, he has been immense. Andrew says this is man of the match, and I highly agree. He has been brilliant. He is the type of player that a lot of other fans from other clubs like. Shit, I'd like him in our side, and I like that. For just over 12 minutes to go, 1-1. first team to have scored at the Dickinson Hill Stadium was the Hill Dickinson Stadium. I don't know what it's called, Everton New Ground. So a little bit of history there for Jarrod Bowen. Same as when Mickey did it with Tottenham's ground. Nice. Lovely ball by Fernandez. Oh, unlucky. Bowen's a bit too heavy for Bowen, but he did really well to recover there. Really well. All right, let's see what happens there. A little bit of interplay. I think we're going to call it, and then we're going to go for it. Half of that midfield is under 23 and a combined age less than Budgie and Kieran. There we go. Guilherme's got the ball versus Jack O'Brien out for a corner. Less possession, but more entertaining. It's the day. It is prime Moyes football, isn't it? Really. Taking looking pretty. If that means we're safe, I'd like a proper growth project. I think we've got a two-pronged attack. We need to get the points on the board, and then we can see where we go. Another corner is coming for West Ham, not against West Ham. We can't concede from our own corners. Although an else we probably could do. If it's in the same break of play, then we could do. Paqueta. Decent, not bad. Goes out to Diouf as a that's the first thing Diouf's done bad all game. He's slashed at it outside the box. Tyler Dibbling's coming on for them. I reckon they'll probably take Grealish off and put Dibbling on because it's very like for like. He looks like always two balls on the pitch, multi-ball. Guilherme's got the ball. He's not helped out KVP with pass there, but he's done well to keep it. A little bit out wide. Bowen versus old Mickey Lenko. Again, another ball which hits the Everton player. The ricochet goes back to West Ham. Paqueta to Freddie Potts. Nice ball by Freddie. Fernandez out for throw-on. Looks like a substitution. Dibbling's coming on for Everton. For Ndai. So they've got like a Grealish type play on both sides now because he's a bit like Grealish, or about early Grealish, particularly Tyler Dribbling. I didn't realize Ndai was playing today. I think he didn't have a good game. I think Diouf did a bit of a job on him, in all honesty. Andrew says, you won't go down, Hammers. I've seen enough. Well, let's wait and see. We went down 42 points in 2004 or 5. Anyway, let's see. 10 minutes to go. 9 minutes to go now. Plus injury time. A couple of minutes injury time at least. Areola. Oh, to Mavropanos. Mavropanos has got done there. Oh, fuck's sake. That's not a penalty, is it? Mavropanos loses the ball completely and then pulls down the player. I think it was what's the name? I think it was who was it? Dewsbury Hall. It was outside the box. He made a dive for it to try and get inside the box, but and Matt, I was going to say he's sort of recovered from that goal, but yeah, all right. That's like literally 1 minute. Mav again, considering you're 3 hours ahead, that's impressive. I don't know. You're right though, Andrew. He's put him right under the cosh, and that is sometimes the issue with us. Anyway, let's see what happens. Free kick. Garner's taking the free kick. Let's see what happens. Garner's literally in line with the box, to be honest. He'll chip this in. Put us under pressure. Oof. Whew. Yeah, it was the wrong choice from Garner. I think he slipped. Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank God for that. You could just see it, just because all that good momentum, and then that one thing would have just fucked it all up. But if you are watching, don't forget to hang about. Anton will be having the review show afterwards. Well done to GP, Trini, and can't remember who else won, but the three of you won. Let us send us your email, your postal address to the West Ham Network at gmail.com. We'll get those prizes sent out to you, my friends. 83 minutes gone. Looks like they'll be making a change. Possession 52% for Everton, 48% West Ham so far. �爾𝗡𝗧 again, poor clearance. Pass it straight to Jack. Jack to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall tried to do a weird little long ball thing across, but didn't go to anywhere. Due for the throw on. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Little knockdown from Fernandez, hits it wide. Bowen versus 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 11 shots, Everton 12 for West Ham, 5 on target for Everton, 3 for West Ham. As I said, it's now 51-49% possession. Both have had 24 touches in the opposition's box. Who are misses? Paquetá is going to. Oh, Fulker was a little bit younger, a little bit quicker. He would have been on that. Ball comes across and he just was a bit too slow. Everton are nervous, says Andrew. Well, I said, we're the first team to have scored a goal at the Dickinson Hill Stadium. And so, yeah, uncharted territory for them. And we are tightening the screw. It's clear. That might be why they brought on dribbling for Ndiaye, maybe, to try and stop Diouf. But anyway, Paqueta's little ball cross. Again, losing the ball again, Paquetá. And then, it's all got a bit tasty. Mykolenko sort of like elbowed him. Paquetá fell to the floor. Garner gets involved. Little bit of angst at the end. Love it. Let's make it hell. That was his words. Nuno's, not mine. You can do a VAR check on that. Oof. Handbags. You masturbator, indeed. Indeed. Typical Paquetá thing, just like loves to draw a foul. And Garner get yellow card. He gets a yellow card for the. So let's look. Paquetá. I know he sort of nudged him, and then he elbows him. Oh, Paquetá looked like he got shot. Paquetá gets elbowed in the chest, but somehow the pain shoots right up to his face, and he holds his head. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't get that one at all. He hits his chest. And then Garner gets involved. So that's what the yellow card was. Anywho. He's our bastard, though. Chris Taps, that's the thing. He's our bastard. Everton, he does seem they're hanging on a bit. And I still think there's one last chance, like that, for example. Poor play by Tarkowski. Lovely little backheel by Fulcru to Guilherme to Paquetá. Paquetá again tries to thread the ball through the eye of a needle and loses it. KWP does well to kick the ball. Bowen's got the ball inside the box. Chips it inside. Oh, someone swings. Hit it. Paquetá again. Guilherme. Someone hit it. No one hits it. Whew. And then Fernandez gives away the foul. Honestly, can't stand to play it. No, I know. I find it quite hilarious. So basically, KWP walked the ball in. Bowen tries to cut in his left. Fulkrug gets right in the way. No, Guilherme gets right in the way of Fulkrug. Little clap. Little clap by makes me cringe. On Alan Partridge. Dan! Anyway, we got 2 minutes left plus injury time. I reckon there'll be 4 minutes injury time. I reckon. It's a game I play at West Ham all the time. Us and the production team. Little sort of insight there. Diouf basically foul. Really? Yeah, that was a foul. Weird. I didn't think that was a foul at all. Can I move that up a little bit? I'm sorry, I'm just making it a little bit smaller just so I can move it all out. Anyway, let's have a look. It's going to be crossed in. Headed out. Grealish has got the ball. Get it out. Take a shot. Decent save by Areola. I think you saw that all the way, to be honest, from Ghana. I like it. It's like Moyes ball, but with hope. Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's just keep it going. Just keep it a little bit longer. Let me drop that down a little bit. So I'm just moving this down a little bit just because it cuts in. There it gets better. Need to give that, give the like button a tickle. Take the point, guys. It looks like 5 minutes added time. We'll wait and see when the official. I'm a little bit behind you guys. Dewsbury Hall's having a right on moment about something. Dewsbury Hall misses the next game against Crystal Palace. There you go. Injury time, 5 minutes injury time as predicted there. Thank you, Andrew. 5 minutes injury time. Let's have a look at that. That was a great save by Areola. Give him credit from Ghana. Went for a sea of legs there. Absolute sea of legs. Anyway. Let's keep going, lads. 5 minutes. Up the Villa. How rude. Just tickle it anyway for me. Your boy Grealish does well to cut inside. Oh, he should have done better then. And now Guilherme versus Jake O'Brien. There's no he's not gonna win that. Jake O'Brien's just gonna eat him for breakfast. Grealish in the middle of the park. See, that's where he's dangerous when he's in the middle of the park because, I think Walker Peters did a half decent job on him this game. Freddie, it's the first time Freddie's lost the ball all game. Well, he's only been on for 20 minutes, you know what I mean? Well, marshalled out by Diouf. Mark says he bloody likes this. I like it as well, I'll be honest. Irvin and Igor coming on. I would assume Igor for, don't know. Irvin for maybe Fernandez. We'll wait and see. Dribbling. Guilherme trying to hold him back. Pass it middle. He might take Paqueta off, maybe. I don't know. But Igor, he comes our 1,003rd player to play for West Ham. Fernandes being our 1,000th. No, 1,002nd now, I think it is. Anyway. Folku, lucky. Does well to take it off. It's entertaining right now. That's what we want, football fans, indeed. Substitutions coming off. 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡 for Igor. Although I don't think I've got Igor's number typically. Because we signed him before I did it all. So I can put in I'm going to put a blank shirt for that. And Fulkrug for Andy Irvine. All the positions are going to be a bit buggered up, but don't worry about that. Where's Andy? Number 39. Andy Irvine. Ignore the players at the moment. I'm just throwing them all on. Would be nice to see Marshall, yeah, possibly. Showing up shot for the draw. No, I get that. I think it's a great point to get. Kilman looks better. Yeah, looks far more composed today, I think it's fair to say. Somerville looks like he doesn't look too happy on the bench. Maybe he's got a knock. But he's their Sky's man of the match. Garner gone out wide to Grealish. Less than a minute to go of normal time or the early time. Does well to get across. Out for a goal kick. I think that's probably your lot. I think that probably is your lot. Happy to see coming on. He's giving everything a snit. Yeah, good management. Yeah, it's been a well-marshalled game. Clean slate for all. Yeah, totally agree. And I think there's still some problems you can see quite clearly. Switching off for the defence, that type of thing. Should have, he said Simon will definitely say Mav is the issue. But there we go. Oh, that's not great. Moyes doesn't look happy. Moyes don't look happy. And the ref's going to blow up any second now. 1-1. This could be the demise of Moyes. If you look for it, there's you can hear some boos. You can hear some Everton boos. Oh, we're getting another manager sacked. Point. Great point. Definitely. Oh, sorry. Take the phone off for the fingers. Respect the point. Mate, we need it at the moment, Villa. I mean, I think you as well. You were down the bottom of the league with us, weren't you? So good to see a manager that takes tactical substitutions. Shows how clueless. Your mum, I promise, 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗧𝗢𝗡. See a bit of Zana. Now, actually, if you go over to the lovely West Ham network, Anton is going to be doing the review show. He's going to be He's actually started that. So what I'm going to do is close down the show here, and you can go straight over and speak to the lovely Anton. You don't have to do anything. It literally is a case of you just staying still. So I'm going to close the stream now, and we're going to go over and talk to Anton and have a chat with him. Respect the point.